Today's video, I want to go over some of the Chinese sector stocks, the tech sector, the EV sector, 8 stocks, daily, weekly charts. Going to do some technical analysis on them. This is BABA, very rough little rounded bottom here, kind of a cup on the bottom. It's not textbook, not crazy about this bottom. It's a little flatter, but it's really not that bad. Coming back, formed a handle. Need to get back above that 9. Uh, Trying to swing this, you want to watch the 200. Probably going to open up tomorrow. This is the daily chart, and this 200 is probably going to be right along this line. You can actually draw a downtrend across there, and this is actually took the downtrend out. Need to get back above that 9. Not crazy about this MACD. It is showing some relative strength, a little bit of volume. They got something going on with the ANT, the ANT IPO. Weekly chart has took this downtrend out, has room to move. As long as this opens up and holds on the weekly, holds this, hold your 9 here, then, sorry, that's actually holding your 20. This is your 9. But as long as you hold that 20 there, we could push up. 50 would be the first target. If this does push, it is showing relative strength and momentum on the weekly chart. BIDU, same deal. You got this little cup here. Basically, if you were to draw a downtrend right through here, you can see where we were trending down. We took the trend out, gapped up over top the 50 here, holding the 20, and stuck in between here, between the 9 and the 20. I would like to see it take that out. Then you have your 50. If you're trying to swing it, you really want to be above this area. There's room to play in, as long as you're getting in and out like we trade right now. As long as you're moving in and out, you have room to make money between levels here. The MACD is not very, not crazy about it. It's pointing down, not getting a lot of momentum in there yet. Histogram bars are growing. That mouth is not opening up. So this could be just a trade sideways for a few days. You get past those MAs, chop around, and then push up. Remember, a cup is a base, so it's put in a small base down there, looking for a move up. You can see the weekly chart, same deal here. See this little cup action? Shakeout, got a hammer down here. Look at that hammer on the weekly. Hammer at a Bollinger Band is kind of an area of support. Your Bollinger Bands can act as a layer of support. Pushed up into the 200, got rejected right at the downtrend as well. You can see the downtrend. So rejected right there. Back into your moving averages. Right now, we are above our moving average except for the 200. There's room to move as long as we can hold these at open tomorrow. Like I say, this is the weekly. As long as we can hold that on the weekly, there is room to make money between here and the 200. Now, the 200 will probably move down a little bit, opening up tomorrow. But I don't think it would make a huge move. There's a $10 move as of now to make money in between there into this downtrend. So, be careful with the downtrend. If you can get above that, I would look for a move up. Getting above that 200 would be the ideal thing to move up. Now, this is FUTU. So you can see where we are downtrending here, and we took the trend out. You draw a trend line right through here. You can see where we took the trend out, and we're flagging here under the 200, holding the 9 here. See how we are holding the 9? We got back below it, pulled back up. So where will tomorrow open? If we open below this 9, then I will look at it more of a bearish mindset. And I don't know if I would try shorting this right here. I would need a break below the flag and a 20 to go short on it. It is moving nicely. The trend's your friend. The MACD looks like it wants to pinch here. Need a day or two to see what it's going to do. This is the daily chart. We're showing relative strength, showing a little bit of volume. The move up was on volume. That's a good sign. The move up was on 2+ times daily average. FUTU weekly chart, you can see we've took the downtrend out here. We took the 9 and 20 out. I don't like the Bollinger Bands. Are not really trying to open up here. Start to see them notch a little bit. It takes time. This is the weekly chart. Moving on volume. The 50 coming down on, I would worry about that 50 for the price target. Watch these bands. If these bands will open up, Watching the daily chart as well. If we can break out of that flag, this may push up. JD, you can see the downtrend here. So we're testing the downtrend, which is the 200 to 200, letting you know there's resistance there. I like the MACD better on this one, showing relative strength. It has seen some volume in this area, so it is moving on expanding volume. You can see the volume's lower through here, so you can see the relative volume, the extra volume, to keep it simple. Relative volume is just volume above average, basically, is the simplest way to put it, to try to keep everybody so they can understand everything. Simplify trading is what we're trying to do. Not crazy about the big bearish volume bar that come in Friday, though. But you could actually draw a flag right through here. You can get a rough flag out of that, breaking out of it. So we're at resistance. You have room, depending on where we open tomorrow. If this comes back to the 9, you could have a $4 or $5, move up to the 200. Depends on where that opens up at. Room to trade there. I would like to see it just get above all that crap and then look for a trade. You can see here JD's weekly chart. It has taken a downtrend out into the 50, respecting the moving averages here nicely. I like the way the moving averages are turning up here. I really like that. I like the way this 9's turning up. We're holding the 20. This 9's coming up underneath the price action to push it up. Your 50 is resistance, showing momentum into the MACD. Histogram bars are growing, showing relative strength, moving on volume. Got to get above that 50. I'd like it a lot more. Lee is the better performing one. They have been getting a lot of government subsidies, which has been helping, as you can see, push them up. You can see we touched the Bollinger Band here, then pulled back. I would wait to see if we can get the same kind of action there if you're looking to day trade. Maybe a pullback to the mean for a swing trade. As long as it holds this 200, I'm bullish on it. Got a really nice MACD. It's been open for a while now, though. So possibly, looking maybe to get a pullback, possibly to the mean, or at least to the 9. The 20, with your Bollinger Bands would be your mean. Holding this 200, over that 200, we're bullish, moving on volume. So we're getting some expanding volume in there. Nice downtrend here. Nice gap up, holding this 50 nicely. See, I like the way these Bollinger Bands are opening up like that. Opening up for the price action. Nice MACD. Decent volume here. You can see extra relative volume, extra volume versus through here. So you are moving on some volume there. Not great, not 2-3 times, but decent. MACD, volume, relative strength, momentum. This is NIO. You could draw this a little channel through here, and there's a little channel. This is working its way up. You can see where it's up and down in the channel, working its way up to the top of the channel. Would expect to move down. You can look at it that way. Also, the symmetry is not perfect. This is not perfect. This is a head and shoulders pattern. All right, so we're also moving on expanding volume, but let's talk about this head and shoulders pattern. The symmetry being out of whack like that and not being level balanced, that takes away some of the probabilities of it working. You can already see it worked. It come back down, retested, pushed back up, if you're looking at it that way. So the volume characteristics of a head and shoulders pattern. So on the move down here, you want to see some volume into the move. See how it's cupping there, but you're seeing some bearish volume there coming down. It comes back up, retest. On this move down coming to form your head, you want to see bearish volume and that move down. We got that right there, chopping around. Got some bullish volume to push it back up. On the last shoulder, you don't want to see as much volume. You like to see lighter volume there, and that's just a sign of not as many sellers selling. You can also see you got a little rough looking handle or hammer candle there with a bullish engulfing to help push you up. You had volume on the move up here, and even volume here testing this little tabletop, which actually closed above. Bollinger Bands opening up, moving on volume. The pattern's working. If you were to do a measured move from this neckline to there, you do a measured move from here to here, you've just about filled the pattern, the move. There's a little more there to give. So you've just about got to move what you would get if you did a measured move. But this does look bullish. I'm expecting it to move up. But if you draw that channel, you can see it's trading in a channel. That gives you a really good sense of possibly one more up day, then a pullback, possibly to the bottom of the channel. That's exactly what it's doing. But I was asked to review this chart the other day, and I did not see this due to all the lines on the Weevil charts. That's why it's good for me to have another place to come and view charts. This is actually looking pretty good, but I would expect maybe one more strong day into the channel. If you draw that line, you'll see it into the channel, and then a pullback to stay within the channel. I'm not saying it can't break out, but to stay within the channel. This is NIO's weekly chart. You can see it's trying to take the downtrend out. Actually did here. See where we open tomorrow. See the bands are pinching in and starting to curl. That's telling you possible move coming. These could push up. If this does continue to push up, I would look for your 50 right here. You want to watch your 50. It coming right into this downtrend. Your 50 and your downtrend, just showing you, your 50s are showing you there's a downtrend there, there's a resistance there. So I would look for a push up. Moving on, expanding volume. We are getting some relative volume, some extra volume, above average volume. Your RSI looks just about right. No divergences or anything, showing relative strength. Momentum, not a bad looking chart. Let's keep moving. PDD, seeing some volume down here. You gotta put in like a little tabletop / flaggish down here, maybe possibly a little bull pennant. I don't like where we're jammed right here between this 200 and this 9. If we open tomorrow below the 9, possibly look for a move down to the 50. Kind of strong. I don't know if I would go up against it. There's easier stuff to short right now. Takes this 200 out. I'm bullish. Not crazy about that MACD on the 1. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Not bad here. You're taking out this downtrend right into your 200s just starting. This is the 200 weekly, and it's just forming, telling you it's a fairly newer stock. The 50 is resistance. 200 and the 50 working together is resistance. Moving on, expanding volume. Got momentum, relative strength. See if it can take them levels out. Be more bullish over top those two levels. XPEV, not a bad chart here as well. If you were to draw a line, you can see we've took the downtrend out. You could draw a line right through here. So your downtrend, you got your 50, you took your 50 out. You're above all your major moving averages except for your 200, but you have plenty of room to make money up to your 200. I would be careful there. I like this MACD. Looks like it's pension. Nice volume on Friday. Decent looking chart. See if we can get a move up here. The Bollinger Bands are nice and open for it. Watch the 200. If we can continue to push up, I would, it could possibly move to that 200 now. See where we're going to go. A downtrend on the weekly. Look at these wicks down here. Hammer, tried to push up. Hammer. It's a very tight dragonfly there. A resistance at the 9 here. We were able to get above it. The 9 will help push this up. See if we can get above this 20. I don't like being jammed right there. There is room to make money there, depending. If you look, we opened above the 20. We need to push up. Even if we do open below the 20, so there's room to make money to the short side, back down to the 9. Hopefully it'll open up above that 20 tomorrow. Starting to get momentum. Seeing some decent signs there. All right, that concludes our video for this session. Subscribe, hopefully we're doing something here. Some of the stuff that we're going over, hopefully it'll help you in your trading. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the trading room.